All right, Ethan, start us off.
Okay. Hi.
Ethan, with gusto.
Hi, Dad.
Come on.
Come on, do it again with gusto.
Yeah. Well,
Hi,
we are.
everybody. Hi,
here we are
everybody.
again.
Hello.
Here I go again on my own.
There he goes.
There
Yeah.
he goes again.
Back on the back on the bandwagon for the diddly don recordings for the cast. Look at that. We're
You're
great.
so excited.
I'm tired, man. I was up until like 3 in the freaking morning, dude, and I wake up at like 10, which I know it's like, well, it's probably around like 7 hours of sleep, but keep in mind, I have a cat that likes to scream her ass off throughout the night, too, so I'm not like sleeping consistently through the night either, so, you know. I hate my cat. So anyway, here we are, and we talk about cool video game bullshit. So, yeah, here we are. We played video games this week, or at least I presume that we played a tiny bit.
Yep, I will go then. So in terms of what I played, Rocket League, I think I played for 1 day, so sad, not much. I played some Assetto Corsa, so that was fun. And then I finished the other Sakura game that my friend bought for me, which was Sakura Sadist. That one was much better. I actually enjoyed that one. I hate to say that, but I enjoyed Sakura Sadist. That was a solid 6 out of 10. So enjoyable. I felt like my choices actually affected the outcome of the story. There was more than 3 choices throughout the entire game. And the characters were actually cute and presentable. I 100%ed the game in 3 hours. So wow, easy peasy. I hate to say that the only games I've 100%ed on Steam right now are Rocket League, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Sakura Sadist. So that's depressing. But you know,
Yeah, be like me and the cool Chad who's completed Duke Nukem 3D.
Duke Nukem 3D.
I think that is all I played this week. I've been meaning to go back. Oh, I played a bit more of Prey. It's just getting on my nerves now. I don't know if I really care to finish it, just because it's like backtrack the sequel of backtracking. And I'm like, I just don't want to do this right now. But we'll see. I want to, but I also kind of don't. So I'm debating. There's other games I want to play right now, so I might take a break from it and then come back later. But if I do that, I feel like I might just screw myself over. I should just finish it. But like, ugh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Join me, Elias.
Right? Like,
Well, you
wanna...
only threw in like an hour and a half into it, so...
No,
Yeah,
it was almost 2 hours.
Yeah, so about an hour and a half.
In, yeah, I'm 20 hours in, so I'm like, I should just finish it. I put up with
especially
worse.
considering 20 hours, you're pretty close to the end because the game isn't much longer than 20 hours on average.
Well,
Usually it's a bit shorter.
Yeah, on average. But I mean, I've also I did some extra side quests, and I've also just gotten lost. And I think for one mission that should have taken me like 10 minutes, I think it glitched because I couldn't find the person's body, that one girl's body, to be able to get into that room for the power plant. I couldn't find it. I spent 2 hours looking for a body across the entire spaceship. Then I unloaded the game, reloaded it, and then I go back and like, okay, I'll go to the power plant, I guess, and see if it's in there. And it's right there, where it wasn't there before. And I was like, great, I wasted 2 hours of my life. And that pissed me off a lot. So, we'll see. I don't know. I'm just iffy with it. So, there you go. Those are my games for the week.
Cool. I finished Ori and the Blind Forest.
Hey.
Which, yeah, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. Only took me just over 10 hours to, I got 95% completion.
Nice.
So
There you go. That's good.
It's crazy. Just playing like Metroidvanias, like 2D platformers like that, just feel right at home. Like I always like just got absorbed into it super easily. It was one of the few games I actually just like every night I'm like, I'll play more Ori tonight. Like I'm usually not like that. I'm usually like I'll play a game like maybe like twice a week or something. But with Ori, I was just like, yeah, I'll just boot it up every night and play it for an hour or something. And
Good.
Yeah.
You're an addict now. Now you got to play the second one because
Yeah,
it gets
no.
even better.
Oh my god,
definitely
the
play
second
the
one's
second
so
one.
good.
Yeah,
It's so much
yeah.
better. Yeah.
The second one has like boss fights and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's something I was surprised with the Blind Forest is it's the closest thing it has to boss fights are like chase scenes, kind of.
Yeah,
with the big owl character.
those are the boss
yeah.
fights of the first game because I mean the first game is more centered around platforming, so each boss in the game is technically just like a fast platforming challenge.
Yeah, Ori's a little bitch and runs away from everything. And the second one, he becomes a badass and kills everything. So,
I mean, it's really fun to run away from everything though.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying he's a little bitch and he runs away from everything fantastically, and I love it. But the second game, he just becomes a badass and kills everything himself. So, yeah.
I want to like I actually have a bit more of a legitimate criticism with it now is so I would say the game is divided into like 3 acts, right? Like with each of like the elements that you get. I think that the second third, like the forest and that like weird like ice place where we have to like carry that ball through the like to the like little you guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the weird like gravity thing.
Yeah.
I was not super hot on that. I thought the mechanics of that were kind of annoying. You guys, when we were talking about Cave Story, it was a lot of it was like it's sort of like slippery, the mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that about Ori, except for that area. Yeah, a lot of that is.
I would say the
yeah.
same. I would say the
Me
same.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In almost every platformer I play, when it has an ice level or a gravity level, it becomes a little bit of a slog. But when they combine the two, it's like, oh, okay, I guess we'll play this and whatever. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Personally, like ice levels are like thematically, they're really cool. I really love like ice levels thematically, but like when they incorporate like the slipperiness and stuff, I get kind of annoyed. And that's even in my most favorite games that have ice mechanics. Those are the sections where I'm just like, okay, here we go.
It's also the only thing I had to look up too, because I couldn't figure out, like you know how you're on those blocks and you have to like jump off them. At the right angle onto other blocks. I could not figure that out. I was totally stumped on that. I had to look it up. And this comes from a guy that 95% of the rest of the game without any guide. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just being dumb that day or something.
That section is just kind of meh overall. That's probably the weakest section of the game. So.
Also, Ethan, do you mind if I spoil the ending?
I do mind because I'm going to be playing it sometime soon.
Okay, never mind then. Well, I'll bring that up again when you get around to playing it.
Yeah, hopefully sometime soon.
Okay, yeah, definitely recommend it if you like Hollow Knight. I don't think it's as good as Hollow Knight, but that's a pretty high bar, so that's not saying much.
Yeah, that's a pretty high bar to pass.
As far as like other Metroidvanias I've played, it's kind of middling, I would say. A big part of Metroidvanias that I love is the boss fights, and like especially like the whole you might run into a boss fight earlier than you should, and maybe you have to like go back and get more powerful and come back to it. I like that type of game design where like you can decide when to fight bosses, and
it's not like you're soft locked into them.
Yeah, Ori's a bit more linear in that fashion. There isn't really any boss fights, and you can tackle the elements in the same order as every time, as far as I can tell. So yeah, that's a little. I don't want to say disappointing, but like I guess I just prefer the other gameplay philosophy.
You prefer the more open-ended version.
Yeah, I guess. Since I'm not much of an open world guy, the closest thing I can get to like open world game design is Metroidvanias, so I kind of feel like I need to get that kick through that genre.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah,
like
so
nothing open world at all. You have like zero tolerance for that. That's like 70% of the game industry.
Well, you like
I don't have zero
right?
tolerance. I just
It's hard.
it's just not my favorite genre. Like I played open world games, but I don't know. Just just like the stereotypical like sandbox AAA open world type game. I find those games pretty mind numbing personally.
They can, especially if they come from Ubisoft.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't see myself ever getting into like Assassin's Creed or anything like that, but
Yay, me.
yeah, I don't think I'm losing out on much there. Yeah. So yeah, I really liked Ori. Definitely play the sequel. There's a few things in regards to like the story I'd also critique, but I don't want to spoil it for Ethan. Overall, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10.
There you go.
Solid.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good score. Good score. I will very much agree with that score.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, cool. That's I also played Oxenfree, but I guess we'll be saving that for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today was a busy week. I mean, not today.
Today
Wait,
was
what
a
did I just
busy
say?
week?
This week was a busy week.
Today
Ben,
has been busy.
Why don't? Oh, I'm sorry. How about when you? Whatever. Ben, you can go.
What?
Did you have anything to finish up with, Andrew?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think in the beginning of the week, I played a bit of Doom, and I fought the Guardians of Hell, and that was fun. Elias watched me do that.
Nice.
I liked the Cyber Demon better as a boss, but these guys were actually pretty fun as well. So
I would agree. The Cyber Demon is a better boss.
yeah, I had a lot more fun fighting the Cyber Demon, but these guys were interesting though. They were different. They were different than the Cyber Demon, which is good.
Yeah.
So, and then I think I went to like the snow facility or whatever. I went to shut down Vega, and then I'm at the part after that, I think. So yeah, it's been like I said, almost a whole week since I've played Doom. So, and then I played a bit of Oxenfree, and I haven't finished it because school was kicking my ass. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So like for this week, honestly.
Yeah, both Ben and I are on the low end of things.
As usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, we have lives and, do more important things with it.
Elias throwing shade over here.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, all teach their own, right? I mean, I just have a lot of other interests like music and stuff. So it's hard to divide my time between two things I really do enjoy. I do love the games, but sometimes I'm just like, music time, baby, music time. So,
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat.
with art and stuff, yeah.
Oh, I like all artistic mediums. Seriously, if like name an artistic medium, I probably like it to some extent. There's definitely some I'm not as well versed in, but I like all of them. So I kind of divide my time between all of it. I'm just very consumed in the arts or whatever.
There's a lot, so it's hard. It's hard to find a good way to divide everything out. But yeah, anyway.
Anyways, Ethan.
I guess this leads on to me. I was trying to buy some time because I'm totally not in a Call of Duty match right now.
Well, now we know what game you've been playing last week.
Yeah. Oh shit! I accidentally killed 2 teammates. I'm playing that. Yeah. So my head is all bent weird trying to look at my television because I'm playing on my PlayStation while I'm like leaning over to my microphone. So I've been, I guess I'll go over some Call of Duty stuff. Because Call of Duty is kind of like, how Rocket League is kind of like Elias's meme, where it's like the game that's always being played or whatever. Call of Duty is kind of like that for me. Sick. Just got my new weapon camo. This is what I've been doing this week, is getting weapon camos, because I'm trying to get the diamond assault rifles, which basically means I get all the weapon camos for all the assault rifles, which will mean I have to do long shots, headshots, double kills, 5 kills in a row without dying with that weapon only. I already said headshots, like reveal kills with like, I have to have enemies revealed with my UAV or spy plane, whatever they want to call it, whatever flavor of the week is for revealed plane thingies for your mini map.
Really? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, but cool.
I just got a bloodthirsty. I'm on an 8 kill streak and then I died. It continually proves that I'm bad at Call of Duty, but I just been doing the weapon camos. I got a couple this week and I'm almost done with this gun right here, so that I've been working on, so it's Call of Duty. Oh, I also hit 3rd prestige, so
oh my goodness.
Yep, I'm currently season level 114, which now means I'm getting paired up with all the people who play nothing but Call of Duty, so People that are season level like 400 or whatever, and I don't know what the hell they do with their lives. It surprises me, but yeah. So that's Call of Duty. I've been playing more Link's Awakening. There we go. The game's over. Finally, I can't bend my neck like that anymore. That was putting a lot of strain on me. More Link's Awakening. So
where you at?
I just did the 5 leaves for that Prince guy, and now I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I've just been wandering around the place. I started to open up some fast travel points. I discovered that. So it's like, cool. I've opened up a couple bomb rooms to get some like items and like health upgrades and whatever. But actually, where I need to go right now, I haven't the slightest clue. So
getting the 5 leaves gives you a key, I think, right, to the next dungeon.
Oh, okay. I should have paid attention to. I mean, I thought. Well, no, it's not that. Like, I've been paying attention to the game I'm playing, but I was like the item. I read what it was and everything, and I was like, okay. And then I started just wandering around. I got lost, and I haven't even bothered to look at my inventory. So,
yeah. You get an item from the leaves. Geez, it's hard to remember. That game is definitely a little vague.
It's pretty vague. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm having a lot of fun with the game. It is certainly really good. But I do have some complaints about it. It's a little too vague. Like, again, don't get me wrong, and I think I said this last time, I like a little bit of vagueness in my games where that kind of like leads to experimentation, but like, what kind of experimentation can you do in Link's Awakening? Like, not a lot. Which is fine. Like, I don't care. I'm totally fine with this game. I like it a lot, but it's a little vague on kind of like where to go and what to do, and it's when there's like actually definitively a thing that I do need to do right now. So I'm like, where am I going?
How many dungeons have you done?
2?
2? Okay, so
yeah, I've got 2 of the instruments right now.
Okay, yes. Third dungeon. Let's see. It goes the one by the beach, the one with the chain chomp thing.
Yeah.
Then it's I think the third one is I think it's in the forest.
Hydrate. Keeping the boys hydrated.
It's either the fourth one I know is beyond a waterfall.
I can't walk on water or anything yet. I'm not Jesus Link or swim or anything like that. Because anytime I touch water, Link comedically drowns. So
I can't believe that Zelda game hasn't had Link walk on water yet.
Bro.
They're totally dropping the ball on here. Yeah.
We need like special boots or something. Just like
start a
boots.
Twitter. Yeah, start a Twitter hashtag called hashtag Jesus Link, and we'll bully Nintendo into giving us Jesus Link.
I need more Christianity in my games, damn it.
I need more Christian representation in my fairy tale games with no like real definitive religion or anything like that.
The item is just a beard that Link puts on.
No, my goodness.
Oh great, it's white Jesus with pointy ears.
It wasn't a white robe.
I cannot imagine how many like Christian organizations would be so pissed off by that.
100%.
They would be freaking livid. But
funny.
And that's what we need to do it.
But yeah, with Link's Awakening, again, I am really enjoying it. I guess like my biggest complaint that I have with it so far is its performance. Outside of the whole like weird vagueness and everything, because I mean most of my progress so far has just kind of been by chance. Like I had no idea where to go for the dog food, but I was just like wandering around in the beach and I was like, oh, let's go talk to the crocodile guy, and then he gave me the dog food. Well, no, I gave him the dog food and then he gave me the banana, and I'm like, okay, well now I don't know what to do with the banana, so I'm wandering around the places I've never been, and then I just found a monkey sitting around. I'm like, a monkey like banana, and I
Dude,
when
that is a part of a huge trading sequence that goes.
Oh yeah, it's
like,
so
all along the
much.
game.
Yeah, and now I have a stick, and I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to bring this stick to. But
That's one of my favorite parts of the game is you keep getting these random items, and you're just like, oh, where does this go? And then it just keeps going, and you like.
It is
keep
pretty
finding
funny.
things. Yeah.
It is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's quite amusing.
Like you had the thing with the monkeys, right, where they build the bridge.
Yeah, no, that's how I got the feathers.
That's awesome. I love that. That's super funny.
Yeah, but the performance is what I was getting at.
Like frame rate.
Yeah, it's pretty rough in a lot of places. I have no idea how it cannot keep a consistent frame rate. We're running on the Switch, which, yes, I know is a really underpowered console when compared to where, the basic lowest standard of gaming hardware was at the point of time of its release, and obviously is very blown out of the water now by current hardware and so forth. But a game that is as graphically simplistic as this runs so poorly on the console. It's honestly quite surprising, especially since I'm noticing a lot of the shortcuts that are taken to try and increase performance. Like, I know, like, obviously on the Game Boy version of the game, you had, like, a singular screen, and, like, you would move to the left, up, down, whatever, and then it's like, oh, then a new box, then you'd move, and then it'd be a new box of a screen. Like, it's a seamless world now, of course, but with that, there's very obvious trickery, including, like, putting a big, like, layer of Vaseline across the entire like border of the screen for things to like try and load in or whatever, and noticing that by cutting grass in an area, then walking up and then walking back down and the grass is back, like it obviously like deloads that area and tries to load it back in to like save hardware, like, well, like I guess like save performance or whatever. And the thing is like I'm noticing all these tricks to like try and keep it consistent and everything, yet it's not staying consistent. It's continuously falling below 30 FPS in multiple occasions, like constantly, which in this game is not that big of a deal because it's not necessarily a precise game, and at least the frame rate holds when you're doing bosses so far, so no problem there. But yeah, no, overall it's kind of annoying, but the frame rate's not that big of a deal. It's still a big deal because why the hell can we not pull consistent frame rate in a first-party game, Nintendo? This is your own hardware. Why can't you do this? But I mean, there are certainly worse games that perform on Switch. The Outer Worlds. Everybody, did you hear about that Switch port?
Yep.
Ark Survival Evolved. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I can't imagine that game on the
Switch.
Switch.
That was bad. I'll send you the Digital Foundry video on that. It was nightmare fuel. But yeah, no, the last game in which that I've been playing this week, I've been putting myself through rigorous pain because I hate myself. And that's because I'm playing Ride to Hell Retribution again.
Oh, yeah.
And for those who are not aware, Ride to Hell Retribution is an absolutely terrible game that released in 2013. And it is a ridey, bikey, shooty, bang, bang, punchy action adventure game about bikers. And the thing is like, it's a game that is incredibly terrible, but not from its own design. Like there were things that happened behind the scenes that ruined the game. It wasn't an intentional, let's make a shitty game sort of thing. This Ride to Hell, it has oh boy, dear Lord. I mean, it started development in 2008. Development got scrapped. They had to revive it within like a few months to release it out in 2013. And with that, we get this cobbled together piece of shit with characters that look like rescue heroes since they have gigantic hands and feet. Like the gameplay is incredibly janky. Like your character keeps like wiggling around in place like all the time, and it's hard to keep like consistent shots. Like the AI is basically like killing fish in a barrel for the most part, and then there's like random times where the difficulty randomly spikes for absolutely zero reason. Well, it's because the game's broken, that's why. And the story is just absolutely terrible, and the voice acting is just as bad to match. But like, it's been one of my like favorite like bad games of all time, because I mean, a lot of people claim it is like the worst game of all time, and to be completely honest, of a like professionally developed and released product, yes, I am very much inclined to agree. It certainly is the worst game I've ever played. You thought Rogue Warrior was bad. Dear Lord, this is like Rogue Warrior, but like trampled on, shat on, and then that shit was smeared all over it, thrown in the microwave, cooked it for like 30 minutes in a microwave, brought it out, and then like served to you on a silver platter. That's that's how bad Ride to Hell is. But yes, I've been trying to get the platinum trophy in that on the PlayStation 3 version of the game because I hate myself. And the reason why is because I'm approaching 50 platinum trophies. I'm at 49. And I told myself, I was like, I need to make my 50th special. And so to make this special, I'm playing Ride to Hell. So, yay me.
Interesting definition of special.
Yep, it certainly is special. It is really draining my life away. I feel the years of my life slowly like exiting my soul as I am playing it.
You about to pass away.
I'm going to die while playing it, I'm pretty sure. Because like I need to do 2 playthroughs of the game and able to get the platinum, because the final last difficulty doesn't unlock until I beat the game for the first time. And there are certain collectibles that are only on the hardest difficulty. And the collectibles are tied to your difficulty. So I can't get all the collectibles or whatever on normal and then go into like the hard difficulty and go and grab the collectibles afterwards. And like clean up them. No, I have to get them all over again. They're tied to your difficulty, not your save file or anything. Your difficulty level. Yes, this is Ride to Hell. Amazing. I hate it. Here we are. I am consistently in pain and misery, and hopefully by the end of this week, I will have a platinum trophy. I certainly hope so, because I'm dying in a constant state of fear and misery. Don't you miss me anymore?
Well, I guess he's doing another music project for this episode.
I need to get some ukulele out.
Yeah, you whip out the ukulele. That's a Pink Guy song.
Yep.
Yep. So that's been my week in video games. So that was really loud. The audio really peaked on that. Yeah. And we're just here to piss off Elias now.
Ben, you do it. You do it.
Hey.
Hey. Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah, so with the weekly games that are out of the way, we had an idea and able to have a discussion this week since we've been playing through Oxenfree, a game that Ben had recommended on the last episode. All of us have finished it except Elias, which is fine. Of course, life gets busy for everybody. I'm currently unemployed trying to find a job, so I have way too much free time on my hands. So with that, we were going to have a little side discussion today because we are now beginning to do an every other episode ordeal for games, if not maybe a little longer, if somebody wants to recommend a longer game than the typical 4 to 5 hour indie game that we have continuously been playing, and honestly I'm kind of getting a bit sick and tired of, but I love those games, but give me a break. Give me something else. Like for a little bit.
Oh man, that's a lot of pressure on my next one.
Give me a breather. I mean, if you want to recommend another 8 16-bit platformer game, I will begrudgingly play it, but I hope it's on Game Pass because I have no money right now. I can't buy anything, but we have an off-topic discussion today where I think it was Andrew that recommended this topic. We'll talk about some of our favorite video game characters. And yeah, what I was just kind of assuming here, because we spitballed this idea this morning, was well, we can just kind of like have like every person kind of like take a turn where they might spitball just a few characters that they really like, where it's like, oh, I like blah, 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 and then it's like, oh, for like my 3 favorite characters, like playable, non-playable, whatever, like these are like my favorite characters and why, and we can have a discussion around that or something. We don't have to stay completely silent where somebody lists off something. We can be like, wow, that's a cool pick. Or like, bro, are you smoking ass hairs or whatever, dude? What's your problem? Why do you think Gordon Freeman's a good character? He doesn't do anything. He's just completely silent.
Don't make fun of my ass hair smelling kink, okay?
Ew.
It's not just a bad habit, it's a kink. Jeez.
Hey man, if you get off to smelling ass hair,
no,
I will not kink shame.
Now that would be a good character.
Openly.
That would be a good character.
I will do it in my own time, in my own head, but you can do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting anybody. I'm okay.
There you go.
Okay.
But yeah,
Cool
I
video
like
game
it,
characters.
Video game time, baby.
Yeah, I wrote down a big list on my phone of like 18 characters. I tried to avoid like doing like silent protagonists, even though I really like a bunch of them. Like I didn't write down Mario, even though he's probably my favorite. But yeah, I tried to like keep it to characters that I actually like dig their personality, and that's the main reason I like them. With some like caveats, like I put like Ridley there from Metroid. He doesn't talk, but I know he's a pterodactyl. Like that's all the reason
Angry
I named.
space dinosaur.
Yeah,
Space dino.
He's a space dino, and he's the leader of the space pirates. Like, sometimes it's Mother Brain, but sometimes it's him. It's very confusing. So let's see. Probably my favorite video game character that speaks is Bowser.
Bowser.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever like seen anything from like an RPG Mario game, like Paper Mario or the Mario and Luigi series. But Bowser,
Yeah, I played a little bit of that Mario Luigi series. I played Bowser's Inside Story, and his character in that was really funny.
Bowser is so freaking funny in those games. He's like his dialogue. Whoever writes his dialogue, like it needs a raise. And I wish that they would like write. I wish they would write all the dialogue for Nintendo games. He is so funny and witty. He actually has some like depth to him. He's basically a character that like identifies as like the main villain of a video game series. Like he just kind of does everything that's like stereotypical for a character like that to do, because that's just like that's how he's always been. And he doesn't know anything else. Like literally in Yoshi's Island, which is like canonically the first Mario game, like he's a baby in that game and he's still the final boss. Like he's just been destined to do this since he was an infant.
That's his life purpose, is be final boss.
Yeah, he came out of the womb as a final boss. Like he's that's all he'll ever be. Yeah, and like Bowser Inside Story, oh man, I really recommend finishing that game. Bowser, he's actually kind of the main character of that game, and he has like his own like adventure going on. Mario and Luigi are in his stomach, and he doesn't know about it, so he's like getting all these power-ups in the overworld, and it's because you're like messing with his body on the inside, and you're just like, wow, I'm awesome. Look at me doing all this. Yeah, I love Bowser. I honestly want like a whole like side series of Mario games that's just about Bowser. Like Mario and Luigi don't even show up. It's just all Bowser all the time.
That would be interesting for sure.
Yeah. He's easily like the most like fleshed out Mario character. Like easily, it's not even close.
Huh.
And yeah.
That's actually the last thing I expected. just from the Mario games that I have played.
Yeah, in main series Mario games, he really is just kind of a villain, and there isn't a ton to him. But in the RPG games is where he really gets to shine. Definitely. Yeah. Check out like Paper Mario or the Mario and Luigi series, and yeah, you'll see what I mean. He's definitely the best part of those games.
Yeah, I'm definitely meaning to get into more Paper Mario, and with a Game Boy emulator that I'm totally going to be playing legitimate copies of games off of, I could probably play some of those Mario and Luigi games. I think there was like 1 or 2 of them that were on the Game Boy Advance, if I remember correctly. Is that correct?
Please
yeah, you're correct. Superstar Saga and Partners in Time are on.
Okay, I think it was Superstar. I heard was the.
Oh wait, no. I lied to you. Game Boy Advance is just Superstar Saga. Partners in Time and Bowser's Inside Story on the DS.
Yeah, I played Bowser's Inside Story on the DS already. I played that one years ago. Yeah,
that's the only game I've ever like played that actually like uses like the DS's features.
Oh goodness.
I don't know if you guys have like, how many of you guys have owned a DS besides Ethan?
I've never owned a single Nintendo product.
Really?
Really?
That's
Wow,
interesting.
not a single one.
Not
That's
a single
unique.
one. Yeah, the only console or anything I ever grew up with was the PlayStation 2, hence why that one's dear to me. But yeah, we never had Nintendo stuff in my house, never had Xbox, never had anything except for the PlayStation. So yeah,
That's interesting because most people that I talk to that are like that have played games since their childhood have at least had like a random Game Boy around somewhere that had some like bloatware game on it or whatever.
The only Game Boy that I have, because I have a Game Boy now, like the Game Boy Advance, is because I bought it just to play Fire Red on it. It's the only Nintendo game I've ever like played and actually liked. I remember going to my friends' houses and playing Wii's, every once in a while, and I hated it. I think that's the reason I've never like really liked Mario games and or anything really Nintendo, just because I've never grown up with this. I don't have the extra nostalgia factor for it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's also why I've never gotten into because I think I got the Game Boy Advance to play some like Legend of Zelda and stuff. I just did not enjoy it. It was not my cup of tea.
I think you would like the Paper Mario games. Those games are very universal. I have never met anyone who doesn't like them that's played them. Even people who don't like Nintendo usually like them. Because they're very antithetical to what Nintendo usually does. They have very fun stories with a lot of personality. They're the only RPGs that I've ever liked because they have a lot of personality. The turn-based combat isn't like obnoxious. It's actually pretty fun. I think you'll like those games. I'm not sure if I could ever recommend a Nintendo game that you'll like, but I think you would like the Paper Mario games.
Okay. I mean, I've always wanted to like Nintendo stuff, but I don't know. I just have such a hard time for some reason. So I might give it a shot. If I can find a way to play it.
Crusty Scrooge.
Anyways, I talked about Bowser, so
there you go.
Let's get back to characters. Anybody else have a character they want to bring up?
I've got a couple. I think most of them that I'll be talking about for the next like small section is going to be these nostalgia fueled ones, and these are the 3 that of course PlayStation 2's big 3.
Oh, no.
That I grew up with.
I know what you're saying.
There's 2 duos and a trio. So, well, the main characters from each of them are my favorite, but I also enjoy their
Let me guess, Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter,
and Sly
and
games.
Sly Cooper.
Yeah,
Sly
Cooper. Dude, Sly games are so good.
So yeah, and let me start off with
Sly games.
Oh my god!
Dude,
okay,
I think you would really like them.
They're on my backlog.
childhood.
I wanna get
childhood,
I wanna get the like the collection on the PlayStation 3 that has like all the games like bundled together in like a single package.
Mm-hmm.
My honest opinion, though, 2 and 3 are bangers. 1 I actually really disliked.
1 is iffy, yeah. 2, I think 2 was my
one is really
favorite,
annoying,
if I
but
remember correctly, but
2 and 3 are really close, but I think I liked 3 slightly more, even though I played it like after my childhood.
Okay.
So that just goes to show how like good the storytelling is in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. But I will start off with Jack because he's probably the most like I guess weird of the 3.
One's a
so
freaking talking
like
raccoon.
well, I mean no, that's pretty standard for Western audiences.
Jack is like super inconsistent.
He's really consistent, but I still love him to death, and it's weird because like from what I hear, Naughty Dog was trying to like appeal to a number of different like demographics, from like Western audiences to like Eastern audiences and stuff like that. So they tried to make a game that a character that appealed to both Western like styles and then like and then like Eastern styles as well. And they ended up coming out with this like butt rock singer looking like
I'm glad you know what butt rock is.
Yeah. Some like butt rock singer looking elf man with a weasel friend and with a little bit of steampunk and fantasy. It's such a weird combination. But like it works really well in my opinion. And like Jack himself, like in the first game, he's a silent protagonist. Doesn't really have too much of a personality in that one. And then in 2, he's a bit of an edgelord, which is like amusing to me. And then 3, he's kind of like 3 is pretty weird. He's like this, like, I don't want to be the hero, but then he does want to be the hero. So, I mean, like Andrew said, he's really inconsistent, but like, I don't know. It's just the nostalgia factor. I really like him. I really like his dorky edginess and, like his try hard, like, you know, oh, I'm so cool and edgy. But you know, what would you expect from a game that came out in like the peak of like 2000s edgy, like, you know, narrative styles? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, to start off my the big 3, that's Jack for you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, but the thing with Jack and Daxter that kind of rubs me the wrong way is I don't feel like Jack and Daxter are a very good pair. Like, I don't think they bounce off each other super well.
Not as well as Ratchet and Clank, but
I do
really like their dynamic though.
That's what I was going to go into. I think Ratchet and Clank is Jack and Daxter's dynamic done correctly.
To an extent, yeah. I mean, Jack and Daxter have their own thing going, whereas like Ratchet and Clank, like it is slightly different because I mean the main difference with Jack and Daxter is that those two have been friends since like childhood apparently, and then at some point, you know, in the first game, Daxter gets turned into the Yatzel. But Ratchet and Clank, it's like in the first game, Ratchet's already like, you know, he's like this angsty kind of self-centered teenager dude, and then he just happens to be involved in this thing where Clank comes crashing down from space, and he's like, "We gotta save the galaxy from this evil corporate dude." And then Ratchet's like, "Well, I don't really care, but
down with capitalism.
I want
to get off this backwater planet."
I loved how selfish she was in the first game.
I know, like he's kind of a dick, but I love it.
Yeah, it's super, like, that's super weird for a video game protagonist. It's like aimed towards children. I really like that. And
again, another product of the edgy 2000s.
Yeah, but like it doesn't feel like he's that way because of like, I don't know, like a producer read on a chart or something that edginess sells or whatever. I feel like they just wanted to actually develop his characters throughout the game. It feels more more artistically driven than like by like some sort of marketing team or whatever.
Right. And honestly, even though I do love Jack and Daxter with like it's
a burning passion.
Yeah, with a burning passion. I do think that Ratchet and Clank are overall better characters, like technically and everything like that. I just tend to, I guess, side with Jack and Daxter more because of my nostalgia, but because those are the ones that I played first. But Ratchet and Clank are like a better written like duo, and they have better character dynamics and everything. So
yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah,
cool.
And it's annoying how they made him a cute, cuddly do-gooder in the 2016 remake, but that's a whole can of worms for a different day.
Yeah, I guess they're kind of inconsistent too. Sure.
Well, because they reimagined him and they wanted to, I guess, like appeal to the new like kid demographic of this day and age, and so I guess you can't be like an edgy hero for kids today. You got to be like, oh yeah, we want to do good. And
whenever
all that stuff,
I hear the word reimagine, I hear the word remarketing instead.
Yeah, that's basically what they're doing. They made Ratchet all cute and cuddly and made him a Boy Scout type character.
Oh wow, I want to do good for my community. Woo, woo.
I want to be part of the Galactic Rangers and save the world. And
I want to be a boot.
I've died and gone to nerd heaven.
Oh my god.
That's a line from the
a
game.
big bootlicker until I become the boot. Quark.
Exactly.
That's like the exact opposite of like the original Ratchet.
Yeah,
Ratchet like
exactly.
made fun of
Dude,
nerds.
Dude's a rogue, like got like a bitchy attitude to him. He's like, man, the establishment can suck my ass and everything. I'm like, yeah, this dude rocks, man. Hell yeah. He's my freaking like Marxist hero, bro. And then they turn him into a freaking like capitalist bootlicker in the remake.
And that scene that you're referencing, Ethan, the I've died and gone to nerd heaven or whatever, that like there's a direct comparison to the scene from the first game and the remake, where like the first game, they're in Big Al's Robo Shack and like a Big Al or whatever, he's talking about robotic stuff, and then like Ratchet's like nerd or whatever, so like and then Clank's like I like him, but then in like the same scene in the remake, he comes in. And then he's like looking at all these different things. He's like, I've died and gone to nerd heaven. It was like, oh my God, that's like a complete like 180.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a trampling of the previous game. Again, I've said it before, I've tried to play it, but all that motion blur made me ill.
Yeah, I never liked those
mean,
games growing up. I think I remember playing it. I just did not enjoy any of it. But
which is interesting because gameplay wise, they're like super fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I totally agree with Elias. I think the gameplay is kind of lukewarm. I actually but the main thing that like made me keep playing is the characters. I really like Ratchet and Clank personally.
we like our boomy shooty.
It's Ben and I versus Andrew and Elias,
which is weird. I never thought I'd see that.
Yeah. Elias and I are always at odds.
Exactly. Especially when it comes to like gameplay mechanics, we're both just like, it was okay.
I just love all the different like weapons and stuff like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
How they can be like really wacky and creative.
See, I've always loved like a giant arsenal of guns that you can always just kind of like experiment with. I like being given like a giant weapon sandbox and they're like, okay, have fun. I'm like, thanks, dude. Yeah.
That was me too. I love like switching between all the weapons and all that stuff.
It's why I love boomer shooters so much, just because they give you so many like so many guns, and then they always have like at least like one or two completely random guns that like you would never expect to be there that have just totally weird functionality to them that you'd never expect. Games like Blood have like a weird staff that like has a skull with an eyeball in it that like shrieks at people, and it like blows them up, and you have like a voodoo doll that you can stab that will like kill the enemy in front of you. Like you have like the shrink ray or whatever, like Duke 3D or whatever, and the expander to like blow them up, like turn them, like balloon them and have them explode. And so the games like Ratchet and Clank really tie that in with me too, where you just have like a lot of like unique weapons, and you'll have like a couple like standard hit scan, whatever shooty bang bang guns, a rocket launcher, whatever, like normal type guns, but you're usually like given like stuff that's really unique as well that really fleshes out that sandbox.
Favorite weapon is the bouncer from Ratchet and Clank 2. That one's really fun.
Yeah, it's been way too long. I've only played 1 and 2, but I haven't played 2 since like my adolescence. But I have the PS3 collection of the 3 games from the PS2, so I will be getting to that at some point. So,
yeah, I need to finish the second one at some point.
Second one is best in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
I get an idea that a lot of you guys don't finish a lot of games that you start.
Yeah, you're totally right.
I feel like I do, but now I think about it, not really.
I think that's all of us, like to an extent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Weird, because I usually see myself to the end whenever I can. I rarely ever like not finish a game that I've already started.
Yeah, I have a list on my phone of all the games with like final bosses that I've beaten, and I just barely cracked the 100. With the Oxenfree and Ori and the Blind Forest are my 100 and 101 on my list here.
Nice.
Oh wow!
So this is all the games I've ever played. Well, yeah, but like still, like if I had like beaten every game I've ever played, I think I'd be up to like 150 now, or something. But no, I just barely cracked 100.
I look at my backlog profile and look at my total games played, and then kind of cringe. Then you're only 150 for you. I feel like I've put too much time into gaming.
Well, that's like your favorite medium, so
Yeah,
that makes
I mean,
sense.
it makes sense.
I've played 716 games throughout my life.
God, that's
It is.
insane.
Yeah, video games
That
aren't even my favorite
includes expansion
medium, so,
packs
yeah.
and stuff too.
Okay,
that
okay,
includes
but still.
expansions.
I don't know.
But still, yes.
I feel like I don't finish games because I play games that don't have a finish, like Rocket League. There's no finish, but I put 3,000 hours in there, which, you know, if I put those 3,000 hours to different games, I could probably finish just as many as you have. But, like,
Yeah.
you know, I just spent it all in a game that doesn't have an end, so.
So
Okay, well, we kind of got off topic
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
that's fine. It's whatever. We're
yeah,
this
no,
is
it's
such
good.
a short discussion topic anyway. I don't really care.
All right.
Give us
Ben
some
and I,
favorites.
Ben and I have
Me?
gone, so yeah.
You can go.
Me
Yeah.
then? Sure. I've got quite a few characters that I love. I mean, there's so many boomer shooter characters I can go over. The guy from Blood. What's his name again? Give me a second. Tag. I'm totally looking it up right now. Caleb. Yeah, Caleb. I love that guy. Him and Duke Nukem are like absolutely perfect characters in that they're completely like cornball boomer shooter protagonists that just like say just like stupid one-liners and whatever, and they're a ton of fun to kind of like hear them. I guess let's just like throw around like a bunch of bullshit and whatever.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem especially. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the quote that they ripped from They Live from John Carpenter. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. And those alien bastards shot up my ride, and like just a lot of other like great ones. Or I'm gonna rip your head off and shit down your neck.
Oh my god.
And then he actually does it. It's great. Duke Nukem is a man of his word. Caleb has his like amazing like opening line to Blood when he's killed, and then he awakens in a grave and it's I live again, and then starts running around with a pitchfork like stabbing zombies. Gets dynamite and starts blowing up like cultist dudes and whatever. So much
Epic.
fun. I'll also say this. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine. If you got something to interject with, don't apologize. Go ahead. This is supposed to be a discussion, not me just rambling.
Well, you're just bringing up like shooty bang bang like bad A guys. What's your opinion on Leon from Resident Evil 4?
I was getting to him. I was getting to Leon.
Yeah, he was on my list too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I love Leon so much, from both the Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 4 and even Resident Evil 6. He is a wonderful protagonist. 4 is easily kind of like his peak for most people, but I think his character in Resident Evil 2 remake is probably where I like him the most. Don't get me wrong, I love his quippy like stupid stuff that he like says. I'm sending my right hand to dispose of you. Your right hand comes off? Like what a dumbass. But I love him so much. He intentionally just pulls everybody's leg, and he is just like chewing the scene with all these like creepy bad guys that are taking everything so seriously, and Leon's just here to shoot people and shitpost. Like it's great.
Yeah, I love Leon. He was so fun.
Leon's great. His character is far more serious in Resident Evil 2. And I really like that serious side to him a lot, and they do a lot of really cool things with his character in the Resident Evil 2 remake. Andrew, you should totally give that game a shot sometime. I'm curious how you'd think of Leon's character, because it's really
I'm sure
cool.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you go from like 2, because his character is certainly different, but you see that progression from 2 to 4 and how he gets there. And then Resident Evil 6, they just turn him into like generic like angry action game protagonist, and it's hilarious. Like it's so bad it's actually really funny.
He just gets like increasingly more cocky as the games go.
Well, now he's just like a hard ass. And he's like, bioterror, Angie, oh, there's Ada, I gotta find out what's going on with her, I'm Angie Leon, like, and it's just so funny.
Does he have the same voice actor?
No, I believe only... He's never had a consistent voice actor. His voice actor in 4 was completely different than the original 2, and then the remake 2 is different than 4. I think the only time the Resident Evil 4 voice stuck for more than one role was one of the 2008 Resident Evil movie, which that movie is really bad, but they still kept Matthew Mercer, I think is who it was. I would wish for more consistent voice acting and protagonists across franchises, which that isn't, that's an opinion that everybody can get behind. Bring us more consistency in our protagonists. Stop changing the voices all the time.
Yeah,
I get it when someone passes away or something, but oh my hell, keep those people. Why is Woods and Hudson and Mason not voiced by their original people from the first 2 Black Ops games in Cold War? Why are they different? Woods sounds the same, but everyone else is different, and it really bothers me.
Yeah, Charles Martinet is Mario. He will be it forever.
Yes. They must keep a bunch of recordings of him, of his oofs and stuff like that, so that we can keep him going after he passes. That's going to be a really sad day for everybody. We're all going to just have a collective cry. That man made so many of our childhoods, helped make. Let's just get into Leon. You brought up Leon because I think you said you had him in a list, Andrew.
Yeah, I did. Just echoing everything you said about him. I just thought it was really funny, personally.
Yeah.
He's not a super in-depth character or whatever, but
not really.
I do like how he changes from game to game. That's pretty cool. But yeah, mostly I like his character design. I love his kind of pretty boy haircut in conjunction with the rest of his personality and all that. So yeah, I liked Leon a lot. I liked Resident Evil 4, one of my favorite games.
And I love that he's kept that haircut in every single game that he's been in. It started in RE2. He has it in 2, and he keeps it throughout the rest of the series. It's great.
It's his lucky haircut.
Yeah, that haircut is so iconic.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, can't take that away from him.
I've been going on for a couple characters. I have a few more that I like to go on about, but I've been going on for a little bit, so we can pass it to somebody else for a minute.
I think Elias is the one that hasn't gone.
Yeah.
I was looking through my games trying to figure out who I can think of that I actually liked. There's not many, honestly, because I mostly played multiplayer growing up. Now that I think about it, the one that does stand out to me, just because the remake happened not too long ago, Crypto's Peridium from Destroy All Humans. If anyone has played that series.
Oh yeah, Crypto.
God, that voice actor, dude, fucking phenomenal. I forgot how much I love his voice. And
both of the main alien characters from oh my gosh, they are both great, and how they yell off of each other and everything. Oh, they're great. I love it.
That was probably my first introduction to a character when I was growing up that stood out to me, and I really enjoyed the humor in. Just because it was almost so dry that it choked you out as you listen to it. and then they combine this super highly intellectual speech with the dumbest rhetorical talk you could ever listen to.
It's great.
It's such a weird form of speech, but it was my favorite growing up.
Oh yeah.
And then besides that, there was 2 others I can think of. One from a multiplayer game, which is strange. But we'll do the other more basic bitch one first. From Horizon Zero Dawn, Rost. Dude, I love Rost.
Rost is best boy.
He's a very good boy.
It's been 4 years since I last played Horizon Zero Dawn. Give me a reminder on who that is.
The Aloy's caregiver, her father figure, quote unquote.
Oh
Rost.
He's a cool guy.
I love Rost. He's very much himself. He's very foundationally supportive, and he knows who he is, and he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and I love that about him. And then the oddball, the multiplayer one, from Payday 2 specifically, my favorite character, which I can't believe I'm going to say this, it's Wolf. Man's a psychopath. Some of his voice lines are freaking terrifying. Where he says he's gonna go grab the bulldozer and drill his eyes out with his his drill. He's a little like mechanic boy. He does all the fixing up stuff, and they actually do like these little short movie type of things, like short film series that they have for the whole game, where they do the whole storyline but in a short film format, which is really interesting. But yeah, freaking Wolf. I don't know what it is. The man, just that psychopathic nature to him, where he just wants to kill, not for any reason, just for fun. But he just happens to get paid along the way. That's the only reason he's doing this job. And I'm like, okay, I like you, psychopath. Very good, very good. I guess those are the main ones. And then if I had to name off, because most everyone else is either a silent character. I like someone else said earlier, I just want to avoid those. Those are just kind of dumb cop outs at this point. From I can't believe I'm gonna say this one either. From freaking Danganronpa. As much as I hated that game, the one character that kept me sane until she died was Celestia Ludenberg. I love her. She is fantastic. She's just smart. It makes sense. Very logical. Besides her explanation about how she gambles, that was the most stupid bullcrap I think I've ever listened to. She's great. The only other person in there would probably be Byakuya. Byakuya made sense too, and he's also kind of a psychopath. I don't know what it is with me liking psychopaths.
Do you not like Monokuma?
Dun, dun, dun.
Monokuma's okay, only because I gave him a Mickey voice while I talked. I mean, Ben can attest. It's pretty great when you hear like Mickey speaking about killing people. It's pretty great.
It is pretty amusing.
So,
yeah, I love his character design.
His character design is really cool. I will admit, his character design is fantastic. His speech patterns are pretty great too. He does get on my nerves. I get that's the point, but like he gets on my nerves more than I'd like him to get on my nerves. But yeah, there's so many more characters I hate in that game. Everyone else I basically hate. I hate the main character. I hate freaking Nagi. Nagi can go Nagi himself off into a cliff. Man, yeah.
Into a
cliff. Yeah, he doesn't even get the chance to fall off. He goes to go into the cliff. Yeah, but yeah, I think those are the main ones I could think of. I'll keep seeing if I can think of
the
others.
Enigma of Amigara Fault style.
Here's one that I think we can all weigh in on.
Go for it.
Is GLaDOS from Portal.
Yeah, GLaDOS is great.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that one because that seems like
GLaDOS is fantastic.
Liking, but yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I mean everyone likes GLaDOS, but like, there's nothing to complain about. Really.
Who likes Wheatley? Because I fucking hate Wheatley with a burning passion.
I love Wheatley.
Oh my god.
I guess his voice kind of annoyed you, but I loved it personally.
His ramblings sort of outstay its welcome towards the end of the game, but like I still really like the character overall.
Yeah, he was funny at the start. For me.
I thought it was hilarious. Personally,
he was funny at the start. And he just got on my nerves. I'm like, shut up. I don't care. Leave me alone. Just leave.
I don't know, just something about like a sassy lady robot and a British, like very like anxious robot, like having like a rivalry is really funny to me.
Yeah, that one's good.
I still have yet to see that.
Oh yeah, you haven't played Portal 2. No.
Not yet.
But you like GLaDOS from the first game though, right? Yeah.
I really do like GLaDOS, and the other, I guess, kind of characters that I liked in those games were the turrets.
Oh yeah, the turrets are just lovable.
Yeah, they're voiced by the same lady. Yeah.
They're so apologetic.
I don't blame you.
It's okay.
As they're shooting you, trying to kill you.
Are you there? Yeah.
No hard feelings.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I feel like you'll like Wheatley like I did. Yeah, you'll like him at the beginning, and then you'll probably end up hating him near the end. But yes. We'll see.
GLaDOS has kind of a character development
she
too in the
develops
second
a lot
game.
in that second game. She really does.
Yeah, totally.
She comes a long way around.
Like,
So.
Now I've got the song stuck in my head.
Her songs at the end of the games
They're
are
really
so
good. Yeah.
The Stay Alive one.
Yeah.
We're still alive.
There's a jazz cover of that by I forget what band it was on YouTube. It's really good though. I'll have to post that.
No sense crying over every mistake. Yeah, it's a good song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. There's only like 3 characters in that game, but all of them are great.
Good. They are all solid. Like those are good characters.
Yeah. I wish that the main character, Shell, talked or something, but whatever.
Yeah. But oh well.
I do kind of like how she just takes all of like the passive aggressive comments from GLaDOS just like completely silently. That is kind of funny, but Like in the second game, GLaDOS like calls her fat a lot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's hilarious to me. It's like she got killed and like she just passive aggressively calls like her murderer fat all the time. That's great. I love it.
Portal has some very entertaining writing.
Oh, they do. That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Oh, for kind of one that both I don't know how many of us played these games, but I mean it's kind of going back to the big three, but Sly. So I know me and Elias have played them. How many?
I played the second one a long time
Second
ago.
one's so good. Yes.
Have you played any of them, Ethan?
But
I said I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were talking about the trilogy, but yeah, Sly. I really like him because he's really like sarcastic and sassy, in like a really like smooth talking kind of way. The way he like because you know Carmelita, right? The fox that's like always trying to like arrest him or whatever.
Carmelita, yes.
Carmelita.
Yeah. So like she's always like, you know, angry at him that he keeps getting away and stuff like that. But he's just like, he always like their dynamic is really funny because he's always just like casually like flirting with her at the same time.
Oh, yeah. It's
Do you ship it?
And she gets really upset about it. What?
Do you ship it?
I ship it.
I think I ship it against my better judgment. I ship that one too.
Yeah.
Do you guys ship GLaDOS and Shell?
No,
Okay.
Definitely.
no. I don't think so.
I'm sure there's fan art of that, but yeah. I'm kidding though. Yeah.
But yeah, good old Sly. And then the group dynamic of the three of Bentley and Murray as well.
Oh yeah.
They all just seem like a happy group of friends that are, you know, out to, you know, commit crimes. Steal
Happy
stuff.
group of friends trying to commit crime. I was gonna
Commit crime to save
there
the
you
world.
go. I was gonna ask everyone. Everyone here has played frick, I just lost the name of the game. Fuck, what was it? The Stanley Parable. Everyone here's played that, right?
Oh, yeah.
I have not.
the narrator.
actually.
You haven't played that?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
my
I'm
God.
sorry.
Dude, Andrew, you would
need
love that.
That'd be a.
I'm sure
Yeah,
I would.
that's a great
I was gonna bring up the
game.
narrator.
It's
Freaking
really
narrator.
short, and you can run it on anything.
Best
Are you guys
boy.
talking about like the guy that narrates
Yeah,
the game?
narrator, best character. I love
Yeah.
narrator in that game.
Is that the name of the character? Narrator?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
just narrator.
Okay. Is it kind of like GLaDOS and Portal?
No, he's just a disembodied voice.
Okay.
Who makes fun of you for all your actions?
I feel like I feel like you would really enjoy that game,
You
Andrew.
really would.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love
Yeah,
it so
I'm
much.
sure. Yeah, very like funny, witty game, right?
I am yet to meet a person who does not like the Stanley Parable,
True,
and whenever
true.
I meet that person, I will kick them in the balls.
Yeah, it's interesting. Out of all the, because we always have at least some like dissenting opinions about the games, but like so far, I mean, Andrew still has to play it, but so far I think all of us
Yeah,
really enjoyed Stanley
Parable is
Parable.
a really good one for sure.
That game is awesome.
So,
Yeah, I'm sure I'd agree.
but I'm trying to think of other games that I've played or that we've all played or something.
This is a recent one, but Doom Guy is really entertaining to me.
Yeah, true.
Just like having been like having like being like
Yeah, I was gonna
silent
bring
protagonist,
up.
but
I was gonna
yeah.
bring up Doom Guy because, especially in Eternal, with a lot of the cutscenes that he has there, and even some of his death animations and the stuff he does. Even though he's silent, he has so much personality to his character.
Yeah.
And that's how you do a silent protagonist. Is that you like give them personality through action, and they do that amazingly. I was gonna bring him up actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
You know, they do a good job
Doom
with
Guy.
them for sure.
Yeah, like with silent protagonists that have personality, like Toon Link from The Wind Waker. I would agree.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, definitely my favorite incarnation of Link. I'm actually not a huge fan of Link, but Toon Link though, like I love all his I love all of his facial expressions and.
Toon Link is
Yeah.
awesome. I also really enjoyed what they did with Breath of the Wild's Link because even though he is like a largely silent protagonist, you can kind of see his personality shine through in like the dialogue choices that you get.
Mhm.
And like apparently like later like Zelda talks about him a lot like in her diary and stuff like that. And you can kind of get like a sense of their dynamic, and then you kind of also get like one of the funniest things I found was that like Link is just an absolute glutton in Breath of the Wild. Like he just loves food, and I thought that was just like
Yeah, I mean,
like
you can,
that was one of the last things that I expected about silent
Yeah.
protagonist, serious Link over here.
I mean, you can scarf down like 20 course meals in that game, and you don't even seem to be like winded from it. So
Yeah, and it's also really funny when like you're just walking around and like Link has like this very stoic like default like like stare like when he's doing stuff, but then when you look at him like closely when he's like cooking, he has this huge smile.
it's just like I can't wait.
He's like, oh yes, I'm ready. But yeah, I like Breath of the Wild Link, but I think Toon Link is from Wind Waker is my absolute favorite Link.
Yeah,
sick. I had a couple more characters that I wanted to bring up. One of which is Dante from Devil May Cry. Especially Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5. Oh my lord. I love that man so much. The quippy, badass attitude, take no shit, sort of bravado from him. It's great. And he is a character that parallels so well off of everybody else. Which then I will also bring up his brother, Virgil, who is equally an amazing character with his super nasally voice and grouchy attitude. It's great. And you see Dante's Heart of Gold, where he's like, oh man, I'm here to save the world and everyone needs to be happy. And yeah, I'm just like this cool, super go-lucky dude. And paralleled with Virgil's like, oh, I need power. Dante, you don't understand. You need power. It's great. Their character dynamics are hilarious. And Devil May Cry 5, 3 already like cements Dante and Virgil as being all-time great characters in video games. But 5 further does that with an amazing sequence, and I can send you the cutscene where Dante gets a hat and from a character, and he like throws it on and does a Michael Jackson dance number in the middle of like a monster nest. It's absolutely amazing. There's like lights and confetti that just come out of nowhere, and like one of the character who like gave him the hat's like, whoa, yeah, and like everyone else who knows Dante like from years ago are just sitting there just like shaking their heads at him. Like it's great. It's this like perfect character of just pure like, not necessarily stupidity, but I guess like childlike fun. He's doing serious work, but he's having the best time he possibly can from it. And how can you not when you have a weapon that's a motorcycle that breaks into 2 pieces and they're giant saw blades, and you can ride the motorcycle around too, and you have a magic hat that shoots bullets, and you name it, man, it's great.
That's a good life philosophy. Is your job may suck, but you can have fun with it. You just need a cool arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
You need a hat that shoots bullets
and a motorcycle that breaks
that would
into
make my
2
job
pieces.
a lot better.
Lastly, I wanted to bring up characters from, of course, my favorite franchise of all time, Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Here
Snake.
we go. Ethan
Snake.
talks about Metal Gear again. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid. There's so many amazing characters that you could go off of. Otacon is great. This is just like one of my Japanese animes. You've got, of course, Solid Snake is great.
I'm trying to sneak around.
Liquid. Brother!
Oh my god, I forgot about
Liquid Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got Liquid Ocelot, who was previously Revolver Ocelot. It's insane, man. You got Eva from MGS3. Even Revolver Ocelot from MGS3 is just amazing. He's great. Dear Lord. But like the best Metal Gear character of all time is Big Boss, baby. Naked Snake / Venom Snake / Punished Snake / Big Boss. All the same person. Man, he's just amazing. Especially Metal Gear Solid 3 is the perfect way to encapsulate that, because in Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, when you're playing as Solid Snake, it's like, yeah, like of course he's got like really funny moments and so forth, and he bounces off like his characters on the comms channels and whatever, which is fun. But he's always like super serious. He's like dead serious all the time. Yeah, no, I'm like grizzled soldier man, but he always has like some like goofy stuff that happens, and he like pulls some jokes every now and then. But Naked Snake in MGS3, he's just a complete goofball, and I love it. And he eventually becomes like the series like main antagonist, but he's such a goofball in the game. In the game, he's like introduced it. Well, I mean, he's in Metal Gear 1 and 2, but Metal Gear Solid 3 is different. Chronology, because it's a prequel game. Like one of the best moments that really cements Naked Snake as an amazing character is when he's and it's in a cutscene where, of course, because it's a Metal Gear game, but he's standing near a bridge, and he's like doing some reconnaissance. There's like a couple soldiers around, but he looks up and he sees a bee's nest right above a soldier, and then the camera cuts to him, and then he puts down the binoculars, and he has this like stupid little smirk, like he knows what he's about to do. And it's great. I love it. It's an emote in our Discord, that snake smile. I made that an emote in the Discord server.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I freaking love that scene. It's so funny. It's great. And then he's got so many other great things. Like there's a moment where he's like hiding inside a box, and like you can go into it's not like a story thing, but you can like hide in a box, and then you can do the intercom, and then like someone will be like, Snake, what are you doing in that box? And he's like, I don't know. I feel comfortable here. like I was called to this. Like I feel, it's like, this is so calming. And then people are like, oh, what is your problem, dude? He's like, well, come in the box and find out. And he's like, I don't want to know what you're talking about. Like, there's like, you can find like this weird alligator head hat thing that you can use to like scare guards, and like use it to even like bite guards with, and you can get on the intercom. And then like one lady's like, whoa, Snake, that looks really cool. And he's like, you really think so? Thanks. And this other guy's like, man, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And, like, it's great how he just like bounces off all these characters. Oh man, Big Boss.
That is actually fantastic.
He's great. And not only just the goofball stuff, because we're always talking about like, like kind of like funny characters, but he as a character has so much like dramatic development throughout the series, especially when you hit the end of Metal Gear Solid 3 and you get that tragic ending, and you see, like the man like gutted from his country, that he's like basically been betrayed by the people that he was working for, and that kind of like sets him into that spiral to kind of join, like create like a paramilitary force. And even though like some of those additional prequel games like Peace Walker and whatever kind of have their, they're not nearly as good, and they're kind of but like they still do a lot of intriguing character development with him, and he still has many amazing moments. But especially, MGS3 is the peak of that. And then I wanted to do an honorable mention shout out to Kiryu from Yakuza, as well as Majima, my boy Majima. Kiryu-chan! I love, anytime I hear that, I just get this big like shit-eating grin on my face, like, it's my boy! He's my boy, he's here! And of course, because we can't have an episode go without me mentioning Game Pass, Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 is now on Game Pass on console and PC, so I need to get through 2 as soon as possible and keep going through the series, because I'm having a blast.
I was gonna say, I need to pay for like 1 month and just play all those games like really quick. Yeah.
It is pretty cheap. It's like $10,
yeah.
right?
Game Pass Ultimate is 3 months for $1 right now.
I might need to do that and just play a ton of games then. Crap.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Ethan got you into the
Ethan,
cult.
Stop promoting me things.
Dude, it is the best value in gaming. Come on.
I mean, hey, it's only fair. We got him into the Hollow Knight cult. He's gonna get us into the Game Pass cult.
Yes, join Game Pass. I swear to all that is holy.
I'm already a member, so you already got me.
You can play Hollow Knight again on Game Pass and double up on achievements.
It's
on Game
not
Pass.
doing that.
That is so culty. So culty.
Come on, Ben, do it.
Ori and
that
the
is
Blind
straight- that
Forest
is
and
straight
Will of the
torture.
Wisp. I'm sorry, what? I was saying that the Ori games are additionally on Game Pass because they're released by Microsoft.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna play it on my Switch like a sensible human
Oh
being.
wow, sensible, huh?
I like to
Or
play
I
it
could just-
undocked. Yeah.
Or I could just play like a flat rate fee for, a month, every month, and then like just keep playing a bunch of great games over and over and over again and find new stuff all the time instead of having to pay $30+ for a new game all the time.
True.
Or you can just be like me and like buy a whole bunch of games during Steam sales and then like never touch them for like 2 years.
Exactly.
And then at some point, when you decide that you need to save up money for a next gen console that's not going to be available for probably the next year, that hey, that library of games that you never touched for a while is starting to look pretty good.
Just
Exactly.
So
Yep, and Game Pass does that for me too because I have that monthly subscription and everything, and then I just see like new games roll in, and I'm like, oh, okay,
play it. Yeah.
I have nothing
Yeah.
to lose.
True.
True, yeah.
Crap. I might need to. Yeah, I might need to do this.
One of us. One of
I do
us.
want to bring up
One of us.
one last character. It's like a pairing character. If anyone's played Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, the dynamic between the
Yes.
two brothers
Oh, yeah.
is one of my favorite things, and I love both of them very much.
It's one of the few emotions games that isn't a giant sack of shit.
Yeah, that one was one that like
That's
I
actually
wasn't
good.
expecting to get me as good
It's
as
a
it did.
2-hour gameplay that gives me 2 hours of crying afterwards. I probably cried for a good 2 hours after I finished playing that game.
David Cage wishes that he could make games like Brothers.
I mean, honestly, because like
shout out to
I
Ethan from Heavy Rain, best video game character. of all
Ellen
time.
Page.
Jason, press X to Jason.
Can I give a shout out to Ethan? Yeah.
Sean!
From God. Ethan was so
Video game
annoying.
Ethan.
He was so annoying.
We're all video game Ethans are either protagonists in horror games, really annoying, or they're not in the game for very long and they usually end up dying. Shout out to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Ethan Robot, not Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, who dies at the end, but he was a cool character. And Ethan from Resident Evil 7, who's also going to be in Resident Evil 8, Big Mommy Vampire Milkers. Let's go.
Okay, I have an idea for one of our future episodes. We do a bit where each of us play a game that has a character with our name in
I'm
it.
not gonna find one.
Yeah,
And then-
Andrew, the only Andrew, fictional Andrew, that's a cartoon that I can think of is the one from Big Mouth, which is a really bad show.
I'm glad somebody has the sensibility to recognize how terrible that show is.
I still watched 2 seasons of it though. I don't know why.
Sometimes
Why are you putting yourself
Sometimes you
through
just
that?
gotta watch shit.
I gave up after that, but I don't know. I was like, oh, maybe this is going somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know. I watched all of Eromanga Sensei and the OVAs. Worst show I've ever seen, but I love it. Anyway.
I think it's still worth a shot though. Just like to see if they're like to do some research and find if there is like some random obscure game with like our namesake,
I'm
or however
down.
like
I'm down to try this.
like vague it might be, and
I
then just
found-
try it and see what it's like.
I have found 2 characters named Elias in video
There was one in
games.
Prey that I showed you guys. One of the
two,
emos.
like 2,
yeah.
not necessarily playable, I guess, but
Yeah.
one of them's playable, but you've got Blitz from Rainbow Six Siege. His name is
Oh,
Elias.
Oh.
Yep, his first name's Elias. And then you also have Elias Walker from Call of Duty Ghosts.
Oh no! Oh no!
The worst
fun,
Call of Duty.
Elias.
Is that
The
the only
worst Call of
game
Duty. I think so. It's beautiful.
Well, time to play Ghost Elias.
No.
Yeah,
I
dude,
guess I
you
gotta-
have to. You have to play it. It's so
I know.
bad, but it's so
I remember I
freaking
played
funny.
a little bit of it. I'm like, no, I don't want to play this.
It's so terrible.
I guess I gotta watch season 3 of Big Mouth.
Well, no, it's no
Yeah,
games.
that's your game.
No,
Yeah, you gotta
Games
find a
with
game. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, find me a game with I'm sure there's plenty of games with Andrew in it. It's a common name, but I don't know. I can't think of one.
I'm fine. I'm
mean,
trying to find one right
I know,
now.
I'm looking through.
They're a Google search
Oh.
away.
Andrew Ryan, dude, play Bioshock.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
yeah,
oh shit.
and you already own those, right?
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, just give them a shot and see what you think.
Well, crap. That's an easy solution.
I'm sure Ben can find plenty. That's such a common name. You could play
It is a
any
really
Star
common
Wars
name.
game, essentially, for Ben Kenobi.
Oh my god, but like Star Wars games.
Yeah, that's a
Hey,
big
there's
one
some
for the original
bangers. I could
trilogy.
recommend some good
Apparently-
Star Wars games.
I mean, Fallen Order is good and Squadrons is all right, but that's about the extent.
Ooh, Lego
Dude,
Star Wars.
Episode 1
Lego Star
Jedi
Wars.
Power Battles.
Lego Star
on
Wars. Play Lego
PS1
Star Wars.
and the Dreamcast. That game's underrated.
What is this?
Okay.
I was gonna say, apparently
alright.
the father of Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th is named Elias. That's great. I'm the father of
Oh.
a serial killer.
Play the Friday the 13th game on the E NES.
Ooh, dude.
he-
Apparently Robbie Elias has been designing sounds for 343 Industries. It's my calling, guys. Do that sound. Anyway, continue, Andrew. Sorry.
Hey, here's a video game character discussion we can all have. What's your favorite Undertale character?
Oh. Yeah, we
I
could talk
didn't
about
like
that in a
Undertale
future
that
episode.
much.
Well, no, it's characters.
I know, but I didn't like the characters that much either.
Oh, wow.
I
that's
didn't like Undertale that much. I watched it. I watched my sister play it, but I was like, it's okay. I don't know.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
loved it.
I mean, the easy answers are always like Papyrus and Sans.
Okay,
but,
which one's better? Sans or Papyrus?
I mean, I'm more of a Papyrus guy myself.
Same.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay, well, that was easy.
I really like the character of Flowey, and I like that one enemy that you run into. That's the buff horse dude, and the guard dog that you can keep petting and its head get bigger.
Lesser Dog. I love Lesser Dog.
Yes, Lesser Dog is great. We stand Lesser Dog. That's the name of the episode. We stand Lesser Dog.
Stan Lesser Dog.
We stand
good.
Lesser Dog. Yeah.
What about,
Undertale is a
do
game.
you guys like the dummy that you fight?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I love how you, like, walk away from him and then he, like, gives the angry eyes. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
good.
He's like, why'd you do that?
Oh, no, boss fight.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we've kind of ran out of steam. I feel like we've kind of come to the close.
Yeah.
We're almost at an hour and a half.
That's
so,
good. That's a good
Yeah,
discussion.
no,
I like
perfect.
that.
Like 90 minutes on that, which in editing we'll probably bring it down to 90 minutes exactly. So let's get the plugs out of the way. I'm on everything. CBR. I write articles. I didn't write any last week, but I need to get back on that. I do writing about video games and sometimes movies, which also includes my profiles on Backlogged and Letterboxd and my Twitter and Instagram. I will have the links to all of those in the link tree in the description of this episode, as well as the SoundCloud page profile. Also, I have started Twitch streaming every now and then. Come watch me be bad at Call of Duty or play an Assassin's Creed game, because I am trying to still do all the Assassin's Creed games in 2021, and I need to get back into it because I need to start Brotherhood. Lastly, and I keep forgetting to say this, I have been, and I'm probably finally going to do something about this, but trying to build like an actual like Twitter account for the podcast. Ben, I'll give you the login details since you're now on the shithole with me. You can have access to the account.
Neat.
And yep, we'll have a Twitter account running shortly for the account. Let me grab the handle real quick. I can also throw it in the link tree, but let me see real quick. Let me find that handle. Why is my computer running slow? Come on. It's a USD pod. USD pod.
US dollars.
Yep, US dollars pod. Usually Disappointed Podcast. That just makes it easy, and it's a short Twitter handle. Yep. So follow that account. Cool. That's everything from me. Find all of that in the link tree. Go gadget somebody else.
Gadget.
You can find me on Letterboxd and Backlogged and Twitter, all at Thunderfellow. There's a link tree in the description.
Sick.
Find me at artstation.com/Andrew Langston. If you want to commission me, email me at andrewlangstonart@gmail.com.
And then I'm on SoundCloud under my name, Elise Fernandez and/or EFA. Yeah.
Yeah. That's video games for a week. We'll be back next episode to discuss Oxenfree, which will probably prove an interesting discussion.
I think it will.
We'll see you all next time on that one. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
I live in a constant state of fear and mystery. Do you miss me anymore? And I don't even notice when it hurts anymore, 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 anymore. I live in a constant state of fear and mystery. Do you miss me